Maybe all of us that have come to Patoka Lake are going to see the total eclipse in peace and harmony. Be sweet. I'm out here right now getting the selvin all ready to go. It is Sunday, April 7th. The clouds have moved in Texas and Arkansas and north of Indy. I realize that this is a pretty rare opportunity to actually live in this area and get 100% totality. As long as the clouds don't move in. There's always that chance. So I'm pretty excited about it. There's a good chance of rain all night long. I'm going to go ahead and head for Patoka Lake. I think I've got a real good chance of seeing the eclipse. It's like my little song says, if I don't see the eclipse, if the clouds get in the way, hey, at least I'm gone fishing. Stop and think about a baby that's being born today or tomorrow will be 20 years old before the next eclipse comes by. Kind of puts it in perspective a little bit. I'm going to be running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be running 6 cameras, all different angles. Tens of millions of people that are going to capture it on their phones, capture it on their cameras. I can guarantee you this right now. Nobody is going to capture what I capture. So you never know what's going to happen. Might just be a normal video. Might be super cool. Going to head out about midnight. Get over to Patoka. Get the boat all set up in the middle of the night. Probably catch a few Z's. Wake up at first light, launch, and get on out there and wait for the 2024 total eclipse. I just want to record this. You can see behind me, the day before the eclipse, nice rainbow in the sky. All right, another weather phenomenon. It is about 10:30 p.m. April 7th. Decided I think I'm gonna go ahead and take off for Patoka Lake. You know, to me it's always better to kind of get up and get going, and I want to get there and get the selvin all set up. It looks to me like the storms are heading northeast, about the same direction I'm going. I might get a little bit of rain, but I just didn't want a ton of rain to pour down into selvin. All the LED lights are looking good. They're all on. Woo, here we go. In order to be an adventurer, it takes a lot of effort. It takes effort to get everything ready to go. It takes effort to actually go. The process of putting your foot to the pedal, driving on down the road. Once you get there, you got to take everything and set everything up. When it's all done, you got to reverse the process. But if you're an adventurer, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and really, it's not a problem. That's kind of the little bit of sugar you sprinkle on life to make it sweet. Exploring new places, going places. There's going to be a lot of people out there are going to go and watch this eclipse with hundreds and thousands of people around them, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's always good to have a great community like that. Myself, if I get out on the water at Patoka Lake and I'm the only one out there, that'll be all right with me. I'm going to film that eclipse. I'm going to show it to you. That's right. Catch a few bass in the process. Heading for the eclipse. This is the old wagon road, covered wagon road. Pretty narrow through here. Gotta watch so I don't scrape up the selvin. go. Onward to the boat ramp. All right, made it up to Patoka Lake. It's probably around midnight if I had to guess. It's pretty cool up here. Temperature is probably 20 degrees colder than back at the cabin. Hit very little traffic, hit pretty wet roads, but it was okay. Just go ahead and set everything up and get everything ready to go. I don't think I'll try to launch when it's still dark. I may wait just a little bit for first light, put the Selvin in the water, but it'll be all ready to go. Pretty excited about this trip. Total Totality plus big bass. The frogs got quiet. My buddy the owl followed me from the Hoosier National Forest. Probably getting about 1 o'clock, getting the Selvin all set up. Took an extra seat out. So far there was 2 cars in the parking lot here. One on one side and one on the other. Looks like maybe somebody's sleeping in their cars. Probably here early from out of town. I don't see any boats here so far. It's kind of chilly. It's down around 50 degrees, 50, 52, 53 maybe. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I've never done this before, but I'm going to go ahead and try to launch at night. It's probably 1:30, maybe getting close to 2 a.m. I've got all my lights set up. Got my lantern hanging so I can see my fender right here. Have my fishing light up front right here, kind of aiming down. And then I've got one back here. Come around, kind of talking quiet because of these people that are camping out here in the parking lot. But I've got a light right there. And then I've got my LED solar lights on this side. I didn't bring the one for the other side. I wish I would have. That is going to be the plan. And I've got my little light on my hat too. Okay, I think I'm going to give this a shot. See if this will work. Never done it before. This will be a first for LAF Space Film Fest. Capital LAF Space Film Fest. Let's see how this goes. All right, it was a successful launch. Heading out. This way I can kind of see my depth. Make sure I'm not going to run on ground. I think those little guys right there, I think those are fish. I think that might be a school of fish right there. Okay, went ahead and got my navigational lights up. Got green. And you got red. Yeah, that looks pretty good. You can kind of see the marina across the lake over there. And I would think that that area lit up right there is probably Jasper. If I had to guess, Jasper, Indiana. Beautiful town here in southern Indiana. I'm going to head over to a point over here. You can kind of see the shoreline. There we go. Has to focus a minute. I don't know if you can hear that or not. That was giant fish right over here. I'm gonna have to shut my light off in a little bit. It blinds me. I can't see where I'm going. It is so super cool. The stars. I can't film it. Oh, another fish just jumped right up there. I gotta keep looking, make sure I don't hit a log. Okay, let me shut my trolling motor off. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. Still quiet, and the fish are really jumping. All right, I got a buoy coming up here. I gotta navigate around. Anyways, super cool. So glad to be out here. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning right now. You can see I got a buoy coming up right here. I gotta navigate around. There's that buoy going by. Idle speed. A trolling motor needs to be lit up on the head of it down there, the arrow, so you can navigate at night. First time I've ever navigated at night like this. I've camped out here at night several times. It's pretty cool, but I stay stationary. I don't go anywhere. Super cool. Glad you came along. The adventure Woo! Let me shut my light off. My eyeballs at night. When I planned this adventure, I really didn't think I'd be out here in the middle of the night like this. Once I got here and got everything set up, ready to go, I'm thinking, man, why sit around in the Jeep Liberty and try to get some sleep? It'd be totally uncomfortable. Probably wouldn't sleep anyways when I could be out here experiencing this. See, this is a whole different thing, just being out here on the water at night. It's like, it's so super cool. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and try to throw a line in. You know, usually, even when I camped out here, I really didn't fish at night. I just kind of set camp up and crashed out for the night. But Frog Tog hip waders worked good again. I would like to apologize for all the campers that were camped right on the water by that boat ramp. That's just a bad situation. I know I probably woke them all up, and I bet you there was at least 24 tents set up right on the water, just all around, like almost in a semicircle. I know I had to wake them up putting a selvin in the water. You know, boat ramps, a lot of people fish at night and stuff, so I apologize for waking you up. Hopefully I didn't fire up any of the engines. I just used my trolling motor to just kind of scoot out of there real slow. But I hope the Eclipse, the Totality Eclipse, fascinates us all. Forget about little things that might have bothered us throughout the night or throughout the day. You know, I have people ask me, they say, you know, Mr. Lawrence, aren't you scared to be out there by yourself like that? And out on the water? And it's just like, what's out there and what can get you? And I don't know, I don't think about it that way. It's just, it seems pretty normal to me. It is a little weird being out here because you hear big splashes all over the place. No, it doesn't really bother me. I think it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Get my shoes on and throw a line in. Yeah, this was kind of a daring move to come out here because what I've noticed now is that all the stars that were out have now all went away. They're all covered up. There's a possibility I could still get a storm or get a rainstorm come out here. And, you know, if that's the case, you know, I've got rain gear and stuff like that with me. So you can hear this thing just beeping. Man, there's a lot of fish in this lake. Holy cow, like I'm going over a huge batch of fish right now. Amazing. Yeah, that was a big old batch of fish just went by. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and work my way over to this point over here. It's kind of hard to navigate. It's kind of hard to do everything. You know, at night, it is just black out here. And then I'm going to throw an anchor down and just hang out there until it gets light. Yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy trying to navigate at night like this. I mean, it's cool. It's like an adventure for sure. Wow. Now look at all that stuff going underneath me. Wow. I don't know that much about the hummingbirds and stuff to know if that's all fish or what is that underneath me. There's a lot of it though. Woo! Yeah. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, nice thing about having a boat like this, you can kind of lay down if you want to. A little bit uncomfortable with my life jacket on. I think I'm just going to lay down here. Got me a little pad right here. Ah, yeah. That's pretty comfortable. I'm just going to lay here, get me a few hours sleep. Fished a little bit, but didn't do any good at all. Anyways, I haven't seen anybody out here. No boats out here. Definitely cold. I could almost use a blanket, but I've got a few more things to put on if I need to. It's supposed to get almost 80 today, but right now, whew, it's chilly. I'm glad I had my sock hat. I'm gonna put my hood on. Get me some shut-eye. It's so calm out here that you can see the stars when you look down into the water. That's pretty incredible. That's an incredible sight right there. I'm using a jitterbug. I had a fish splash right by it. I don't know if it hit it or not. Yeah, just your classical jitterbug. Got a little bit of rest in, maybe an hour or so. Got back up and thought, you know what? Might as well get back to fishing. Okay, first light has broke. The wild turkeys are everywhere around here. I think some hunters are calling them in the woods too. That was way more chilly than I was expecting. Wow. I have got so many layers on. I've got everything I could possibly find. The fish are hitting out here. I've been trying to catch them. I haven't done any good yet. The eclipse day is here. And the sky right now is perfect. Boy, one of the most amazing things is when you go out and you fish at night and like you stay out on the water, or like I did, came out here about midnight or so. It's amazing to hear the lake wake up in the morning. So many birds and fish and just everything just comes alive like crazy. I've got big fish jumping everywhere around me. Not able to throw what they want yet, but I'm going to keep trying. It's just like an instant combustion. Oh, I just heard a loon. That was cool. Yeah, the loons won't stay around here much longer. They head up to northern climates. That was pretty cool. I hope I got that on film. I'm using right now a black Booyah Buzz. Pretty good size one. And then I've got a tail on him, a little frog tail on him that's swimming behind him. It's not doing any good yet. I've thrown quite a few things already, so I don't know. It's like an eagle out there. Yeah, so this day is pretty cool. But, I'm already, I had a pretty cool night camping out here, being out on the lake all night, that fishing and everything going on, and yet the big event, the eclipse, is yet to come. 2 o'clock. X marks the spot of Totality. Coming this afternoon. Bring it on. Whew, that was a cold night last night. Okay, we're here to see the eclipse. We're here to fish. We're here to have a good time. Here comes the sun. Well, that was pretty rude. I guess that old boy decided he wanted his spot, and since I was here, he went by and threw a gigantic wake pretty close to me. I don't get people like that. Strange. The news on the Lose custom light and speed stick that I bought a while back. Kept having trouble with my line just twisting like crazy. I was using cigar fluorocarbon. So I started doing the research on it, looking around, and so many people recommend to use braid and then just put a 10 to 20 foot leader of fluorocarbon on the end of it. I finally decided it's not worth the frustration to me to have that going on like that, to have that line twisting, because that can just ruin your fishing day. So I went ahead and I put spider wire braid on it, and then I've got about a 20 foot leader of fluorocarbon cigar. What a difference it makes. Wow. This cast so far, it's going twice as far as I've ever thrown it before. Maybe someday I'll go back to a full fluorocarbon, but for now I am super happy with what I'm seeing with this braid fluorocarbon combination. Ah, man. That was a good hit right there. Oh, yeah. Got a fishing report. It is 9:30 in the morning. So if I got out here roughly at midnight, that means I've been out here about 9.5 hours already. Got a couple real good bites on that point, where I was at on the point. One of them was amazing. It was with the blue sapphire speed crawl. And I'm bringing it up. It's probably less than 20 feet underneath the selvin. And I'm bringing it up, I'm getting ready to bring it up so I could throw it back out. Big old bass was chasing it right at the top of the water. You could just tell the bass saw me, spun around and took off as fast as he could. I think he was getting ready to hit it right when it hit the top of the water. Big bass too. Could have been a record for me, I don't know. But anyways, that's just the way it goes. My goal today is to catch one fish and see the eclipse. A lot of cloud cover right now, but it's supposed to clear out around lunchtime, so we'll see how it goes. Fishing report, no fish in the boat yet. Couple more bites, no fish in the boat. Great time to drink a super coffee. Vanilla latte. Wow, these are so good. I know a couple people don't like them. Man, they're just so good. Chilled like this, about equal to about 2 cups of coffee. After coming in at midnight and almost freezing to death on the selvin. Not really, but it was cold. God. I was literally, after I did that videotape where I'm laying down on top of the tarp, I literally ended up having to take that tarp and put it on top of me, and I had about 5 layers on me, and I was still cold. Just real damp cold. There's still dew all over the inside of the Bimini top here. Fishing report. Let's see what we have here. Let me check the time. Ooh, it's 11:02. No fish in the boat. Got some pretty good bites over there where I was, but I decided to go ahead and change course. Come over here. What I'm finding out, might have to redo my anchor. It's kind of blowing me away from where I want. I kind of want to be in the middle of all these logs right here, but decided to come over here. What I noticed was going on there is that is where the fisherman campground is. And so where you got the lake and then you got the bluff that goes up, you can see some of the campers camped up there on that hill. And I got a feeling what's going to happen is I've had quite a few people come down, which is okay. They're here to enjoy it. I mean, great. Kids are coming down throwing rocks and all that kind of stuff. The experience that I want is I don't necessarily want to be around a lot of people. So I found more of a private cove. I doubt if I'd see anybody on the shoreline here. I think it's going to work out a lot better. All right, well, we are now 3 hours and counting to the eclipse. The clouds, it was pretty cloudy a little bit ago. Now it looks like it's cleared up. It's kind of hazy way up high. I can tell when the jets are going by. It's probably going to affect it a little bit, but we just got to deal with it. That's the way we got. Hey, we get what we get. You got to just shoot it the way it is. Whatever it's going to be, I'm going to film it. That's the way it goes. I've got some more cameras to set up. I want to get everything ready now. You don't want to be scrambling, you know, as it starts. If it's totality at 2 o'clock, that means, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Probably at 1 o'clock, it's going to probably start, I would think. I haven't been really good about that. I don't know why. I get out here and I start fishing and thinking about other things. And a couple times I've been out already, I got home and I noticed my face was kind of red. So I need to be very careful with that and make sure that I always use that sunscreen. That is so important. If you go out, even on your hands, a lot of people won't even think about on their hands. You got to put that sunscreen on there so you don't end up getting that skin cancer. Very, very important. There's a lot of similarities between filming and fishing out of the 1980 Selvin and camping and traveling in the 2004 Pontiac, Montana. Both of them, you have to constantly organize and just make sure anything that doesn't need to be out, you put it back in a container. You got to watch the tripping hazard part of it, and it just gets all cluttered up and stuff. Let me show you what I'm talking about, how much stuff I've got in here. Like right here, I've got a container set up, and I've got a lot of gear in here. I still have another tripod in here, another camera in here that I have to get out and start setting up for the Eclipse itself. Then you go back here, and you can see I've got my hip waders. I've got a small cooler, one tackle box. There's a bigger tackle box, which is right here. And then I have a container here, which has just got all kind of stuff. You can see it's got my suntan lotion in it. And it's got another life jacket in it. Just all kind of things that you kind of need just in case. And underneath there's another cooler. That's where my food is, my lunch. Anything I want to keep cold is inside here. Then I've got this shelf here, and you can see how crowded it gets. I'm trying to think about how to redo this, how to make myself more area right here. I put these little shelves in here, and they hold a lot of stuff. But you know, there's just so much stuff. I've got storage underneath here. Now here's something new that I'm doing. This is my RockPal 300 watt power bank. Got my dash cam plugged into it, and it's barely drawing. I've had it now plugged in for 4 or 5 hours and it's only used 4%. The dash cam draws very little amps. It comes up right here, and then this is my dash cam right here running. And it's filming all the time. That's when I catch a fish. It's pretty nice because when I actually make the catch, you can see it. If not, what I do is I run back. Actually, the camera that I'm using right now sits on this tripod, and once I get the fish in the boat, then I turn it on and show you the fish and all that kind of stuff. Got my lantern. Lantern was really handy this morning. I'm glad to have it on board. And of course, fishing pose, another light. So you can see, it kind of gets crowded. There's just a lot of stuff, and especially on a film expedition like this right here. I do have 2 extra cameras that I brought in, an extra tripod and things like that. Normally I won't carry quite that much with me, but it's keeping track of the cloud cover. An hour ago it was pretty dang clear. Now there's quite a bit of it streaming in. It's going to be interesting how the day plays out. Well, so far I haven't seen a lot of people out here. I probably have seen maybe 8 to 10 boats. Saw the first kayaker go by, but that's it. You know, it's getting about noon. I would think if somebody was coming out, they would be out here by now. I don't know. Maybe it's a last minute thing. Maybe all of us that have come to Patoka Lake are going to see the total eclipse in peace and harmony. Be sweet. That's what I call a party barge. Bunch of people gonna go out and watch the solar eclipse together. We got a spoiler cloud coming in. What the heck? Looks like a baby. Right now, I'd say the skies are looking pretty good. Now I say that, but I just pan to the north. Now look what happens when I pan it south. Yeah, see that big cloud cover right there? And that's which way the wind's coming from. Dang, it's gonna come down to the wire. What I'm seeing here would probably be a false impression of how busy Patoka Lake is, because all this area that I'm sitting at right now is 10 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour or less. And that's because of all the stumps that are everywhere. You know, you go flying through here with a skier, you're going to end up killing somebody, killing yourself, wrecking your boat, or a maximum of 10 miles an hour through here. That's why you don't see many boats up here. Now, when you take the other side of the lake, where you can run it wide open 100 miles an hour if you want, I've got a feeling I've heard some pretty big jet boats take off at the ramp over here to the north of me. I got a feeling it's a little bit busier out there. Yeah, when you put in a fisherman's campground, you kind of have that luxury right there of staying on this side where it's not near as busy. You know, you don't have your pleasure boaters out here. It's just mostly fishermen. Like that guy cruising by right there. He's out hunting the big bass, crappie, bluegill, walleye, you name it. I've had a couple bites in this little cove. Not much. Got my glasses here. I meant to do that. All right. Well, there we go. That's what they look like. I actually got these in the Hoosier National Forest. And I kind of wanted to go there and spend the day with Lonnie and Jean and Julie and hang out with them to watch the eclipse. But they're so close to that line, I didn't want to chance it. I wanted to come in, especially with my filming. So let me look at it and see. Oh, dang. Dang. Now that is sweet. That is sweet. You can see the sun like, wow. I don't remember doing that at the last eclipse. Not with it full bright like that. Wow, that was pretty cool. Let me see if I can get that on film. Yeah, it's not going to be real clear, I can tell that. The camera will not focus on it, at least not this thing. And I actually have the glasses over the lens. So that's about the best you can do. At least it's not smoking, burning up my camera right now. And the boat's rocking and the wind's blowing. Yeah, I think this is going to turn out to be a pretty good plan. You know, like right now, I don't see anybody way far away. There's some boaters. The kayaker I met, she went on by, and I think maybe she might be heading back to the campground. I'm not sure. This is the kind of peace and quiet. You know, I don't mind people, you know, community, you know, interaction with other folks. I had my choice. You know, I think a lot of times that's why I go solo so much, because I just like the peace and quiet and listening to everything. It just works out good for me. I couldn't understand why so many people were going to be so excited to rush to the riverfront in Evansville. But I think it's that community thing. I think they want to be around other people and share that experience together. Myself, I share it with you on my videos. This is a Monday, so yeah, there is a lot of boat traffic out here for a Monday. Most of the time, even in the summer, I don't see this many boats out here on a Monday. Hey, I got my JB's Barnyard shirt on. I just got this for my birthday. JB's Barnyard. That is my daughter and her husband Jared, Briley and Jared. That's their successful, very successful ice cream business. Go to jbbarnyard.com. They're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Not sure about TikTok. Probably TikTok too. Some of the best ice cream you'll ever taste. Located here in Southern Indiana. And thank you, Briley and Jared, for the cool t-shirt. I like it. Pretty cool. JB's Barnyard. Rah. I doubt seriously I'm going to catch any fish today. I'm messing around too much, I think. I'm not concentrating. Concentrate, Mr. Lawrence. Concentrate. Hey, in case you're brand new to the channel, first time viewer, welcome. My name is Mr. Lawrence, and I've got a lot of videos for you to look at if you're interested. We're definitely over 1,000 videos now. But you know what? It's a very variety-based, versatile channel. So just scroll through the playlist. Got things like how-to construction, how to paint, working on cars, fishing, kayaking, canoeing. Wow, the list just keeps going on and on. All my adventure travels, some of my favorite, the UP of Michigan, 12-mile beach. Check it out. So welcome to the channel. Hey, hit that subscribe button if you would. I appreciate that. And I'm going to continue to put out these videos. This is a rare video right here. LAF Space Film Fest, capital LAF Space Film Fest family. I am having no bites. We're gonna break out the June bug lizard and see if he can't do some good. Patoka Lake to me has always been a hard lake to fish because it's so giant. There's so many places for fish to hide and be. And so, Mr. Lizard, you're going in to drink, buddy. You are going in to drink, son. I don't know if you could hear that right there, man. There's big fish smacking around. You never know anymore when you get big fish like that that's smacking around over there, especially close to shore. A lot of times that's them dang carp. You know, carp are definitely in here. Who knows how they got in here, but they are in here. It's just one of them things you just got to deal with. I'm pretty sure those carp are probably everywhere anymore. I know down at Kentucky Lake they got a horrible problem. Just absolutely a horrible problem. But they're coming up with ways to take them out pretty fast. They're coming up with different ways to use carp to actually grill carp. And a lot of people say they're really, really good. Mr. Lizard. Yeah. I bet our ancestors were a little bit freaked out about this. I can imagine. I'm a little bit freaked out about it. And I know what's happening.